Hello and welcome. It's Tuesday night, so that of course means it's our sci-fi game here on Dire Bear, where we are playing Esper the 5e science fiction game. I'm your GM for the evening, Jason, from over at the Nerd Eternal Network. Playing with me today will be Sarah playing Kat, Zach playing Francis, Anna playing Jade, and Eric playing Adrian. Now, let's see. Last week we had an epic battle with a group of, can't really call them bounty hunters. I guess they were just kind of hobbyist hunters, big game hunters. They had been talking to coming to this moon and hunting something a little more dangerous than they were used to. And the party proved to be their superiors, but at a high cost, as at the end of the fight, everyone except the engineer was laid out. So currently you are camping out at their campsite with two of them prisoner. I know I wrote at least one of them's name down.
I know we were calling him Antonio, but I don't know if we gave him his actual name.
Let's see here. Yeah, you did eventually ask him his actual name, and it was something. What did I drop? I dropped something. A 9. That's good. But yeah, the one you were calling Antonio was the one that surrendered relatively early in the fight. Realized he was outclassed pretty early. Let's see here. Miro was his name. And the other fella, I don't think you'd ever bother to ask. He was the only one of them not actually dead after Patrick finished stabilizing the rest of the party. While this fight was going on, Francis and Jade were playing rear guard. They come running in right at the end of the fight. A round or two before the fight ended, somebody in the party calmed them. But it was wrapped up by the time they got there. So, starting off at the campsite. The night passes pretty uneventfully. In the morning, how do y'all plan on heading out? What do you plan on doing with prisoners?
Hadn't we said something about possibly taking their ship, getting Danru out, and then just bombing the dude's place to high fucking heaven?
Yeah, that had come up. You do have their comm equipment.
Yep.
And they said their ship did drop them off. And I think it had to stay out of system. You know, so you wouldn't see a ship when you came in, which y'all did not.
Yeah.
But the comm system they've got at their base is it's strong enough to reach anything in system without any trouble.
Yeah, equally as armed as the roustabout, that kind of.
Right. Physically a little bit bigger maybe, but not any more armored or just fancier and roomier, you know. The roustabout was built with utility in mind. This one's a little bit more of a yacht.
Hunting yacht.
Essentially. So do you attempt to use their equipment to call their ship in, or?
It's honestly not a bad idea.
Okay. Miro's more than happy to give you the codes. he has decided this was a bad idea. He just wants to get off this world alive. His buddy is not as forthcoming with information. He seems to be in a little bit sulkier mood. Maybe it's because a couple of his buddies got shot up. Who knows?
Cat catches him sulking too much. Be like, look, we can just leave you here with your buddies if it's going to be that big of a deal.
I didn't say nothing. When you try to use the comm unit, though, have y'all decided for sure? Are you going to try to call in the ship?
Francis votes yes.
Do we want to try and do any recon on this place first, or just straight call the ship?
I think you were still a day's travel or so, a couple days travel from the coordinates you were given.
You know, I do have a sudden sneaking suspicion there's some sort of anti-air
Yeah.
defenses set up. So reconning might not be a bad idea either.
If for nothing else, then we don't die in the air versus dying on the ground.
Okay. All right.
If we want to, we can get far enough away and call the ship back or something, or weigh our options then.
So you're going to break camp and just head forward?
Yeah. What do we want to do with... She kind of like head nods over to the prisoners.
Drag him with us, I guess. Just part of me says pop around to the back of each of their heads, but I don't think Danru would approve of it. I don't think Danru would approve of that. You're gonna be fine. Gonna be fine for right now.
Oh.
Unless we don't have to worry about what Danru thinks.
I don't know. Murrow's like, I don't know who Danru is. We haven't ambushed anybody else on this planet, I promise.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Try anything funny walking with us, though? Don't get too attached to your kneecaps. We'll just leave you for whatever lives here.
Murrow just nods his head. His buddy's like,
Yes,
man, I was something of an impressionist, but I guess I'll keep that to myself. He just kind of looks around, realizes his joke fell flat, and goes back to hanging his head.
Cat just kind of starts walking towards the direction they were going to be heading towards. Just like, I can't deal with this right now.
All right. So you break camp. They fold up, one of their tents. Any equipment they can't carry with them, they're just leaving. They don't seem to be overly concerned with, the cost of it. The comm unit is about backpack size, so it's not too hard to carry with you. And it's in, protective, in kind of a protective case, so it's designed to be drug around through the wilderness. So.
It's got an otter box.
Basically. Alright, so give me survival checks.
Yeah, that feels about right.
Oh yeah, well, I think we've established previously that Francis is a city boy.
Yeah.
All right. Let me look. Aramonto has survival. Alright, Aramonto manages to keep y'all on the, more or less the right track.
Bless the space paladin. Who would also probably be mad if we shot the captives in the back of.
Yeah, it is sort of
Yeah,
probably be against. Though they did, shoot him down twice, so who knows?
Got almost eaten by a tree, so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned the tree, because when I gave you your loot last time, I forgot to mention. Well, it would have been in with their medical supplies, so it might not have stood out. But going through it through the night, each of them had this kind of spray canister that did not, where everything else in their medical kit kind of had the same branding. This looked like a generic something.
Tree be gone?
Basically. If you ask one of the captives, Mero will tell you, the hunter guy gave us those. He warned us about the carnivorous trees. Yeah, this stuff's apparently made with some kind of native pheromones of a critter that's poisonous to the tree.
Fantastic. And proceeds to just go around spraying everyone with it.
Oh, is that the
How long?
neurotoxin? I forget.
How long does it last, as far as effectiveness?
You need to reapply like every 8 or 10 hours.
Okay, so it'll be good
sooner if you end up trompsing through water or something.
Goes around like, okay, stick your arms out.
Yes, Mom.
Just shakes her head and
You don't want to get eaten by
spritzes everywhere.
mosquitoes or big trees.
Put your sunscreen on.
So to be fair, I don't think this world has mosquitoes. Now I say that.
If they do, I'm sure they could kill us.
All right, so you travel on for a while. The ground is, or I should say you have generally been kind of walking downhill. For most of your travel, it's been gradual enough you haven't really noticed. It's getting a little steeper now. I believe I had mentioned before that this guy's place was in something of a valley. If each of you would drop your token somewhere on the map here towards the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Wouldn't let me ping on the other one. So you come to a ravine. You don't know if there's been an earthquake at some point.
I'm back.
Ah, hello.
Hey.
We found a ravine.
Oh, fun. Rachel says hi.
I told her hi.
Yeah, she told me to tell you hi too.
All right,
The
Eric.
ravine, huh?
Yes, what they had decided to do, they broke camp in the morning. They discovered in the medical kits that the ambushers from last session had. They had this spray stuff that is basically a pheromone to make the carnivorous trees leave you alone.
Okay.
It's the pheromone of a native creature they don't eat.
Right.
So Cat has gone around and bathed everybody in this stuff.
Okay. Have another character sheet real quick.
Big word?
Have another character sheet, please. so I can put the tactical drone in.
Ah, yes.
I forgot to ask for that last week. Well, ravine. Say Yanni goes yoink other side of the ravine. See what's over there.
Alright. Oops. Let's see. Let me put this in Brandit's journal. Oops, nope, not his journal. Alright, and can be edited and controlled. Alright, you should have access to it now.
Okay, thank you.
Directly on the other side, you don't see. Yanni doesn't see anything but more jungle.
Okay.
A few small critters scurry out of the way as he flies by. Well,
Right.
if he's visible.
He is invisible, yes.
Yeah, it's gonna get it as close to the edge as appears safe-ish, and kind of peek down. How deep is the river?
Oh, it looks like it's a couple of 100 yards deep. I mean, it goes a ways down there.
And the convenient tree bridge.
Looks natural. Let's see here. I think it was Blondie that survived.
The tree bridge wet, dry, mossy, slick looking.
It might be a little slippery. There's definitely some moss growing on it. But it is nice and wide.
Like how part of the title just kind of disappeared.
Only part of it. Well, I guess you've established it's a log too.
And now I'm just worried about the first one. Is it carnivorous slippery log?
Big. I'm sure it just says big slippery log.
Ah.
I mean, we'll find it eventually.
So who's first across?
I'm having flashbacks.
Lizards are good at scurrying. I would vote Francis.
Just all fours.
Actually, could I get a bonus die for slowly going across it on all fours?
Dude, Cat was gonna do that too. Like, fuck it, I have no dignity at this point. I died yesterday almost.
I don't know, because that's really a kind of an awkward position to travel at.
But you have a lower center of gravity.
Indeed.
Fair enough. I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay, roll 20. Do not fuck me on this.
You invoked its name, you're in trouble.
It's like the King in Yellow. You do not say his name.
Alrighty, so what would we... Would that be a dex check or... Probably acrobatics. So give me an acrobatics.
You say that because I'm untrained in acrobatics.
I didn't know that. I don't have your sheet memorized.
Totally didn't check.
Aha!
Ah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Go ahead and move yourself across. You're moving at basically half speed since you're crawling. So
That's fair.
So no, use this as your starting point, then like 15 feet forward. Are y'all gonna wait for Francis to get all the way across, or are y'all gonna start crawling up behind him?
Might not be a bad idea to have at least a couple people with guns at the ready, just in case something tries to swoop down and eat the tender lizard meat.
Agreed. It is a ravine, or if something pops up to try and eat him.
Now I'm glad he went first.
All right,
I
Francis.
thought we were friends.
All right, Francis, give me another roll.
Not quite as good, but
Move yourself 5 feet forward. And that is as far as you get as you start losing traction and kind of scrambling around just to hang on. But you do not fall off. And give me, let's see. Go ahead and give me one more, just since everybody's waiting for you to get across. Okay. Move yourself another 5 feet. As you get there, again, you're going really slow because it's so slick. You're having issues. As you get there, nothing swoops down on you. Let me find my art. Things do, however, swoop up out of the... Best you can tell, as you look around, as soon as you start hearing the little fans spin up, these things were in some sort of housing, actually embedded in the walls of the canyon or crevasse, or whatever you want to call it.
Same drones.
Appear to be the same model of drones, yes.
Can I get that little pog so I don't have to toss the dice at it? A little crazy dice mug.
but it's magical.
It's an abomination.
That's why it's magical.
A lot of magic is abomination.
Exactly. Like necromancy.
I was about to say, you could just send me the pog so I can add it to the sheet so I can just pull it out.
Oh yeah, I guess that would work.
Yeah. I can kind of modify it a little bit to make it different.
Alright, so we'll do that.
But drones.
Alright. We'll just note yours is the one with the red dot. I pulled that off your sheet. You should be able to control it. Check and make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we're good then. Alright. Everybody give me an initiative right quick. This should not be a large scale anything. Let's see, +2.
Do you have the turn thingy yet?
I did not hit the turn thing yet.
Okay.
I realize I'm having to roll initiative for 3 things now.
That's what happens when you get yourself toys.
I'm a hacker. Do you expect me to do anything different?
Alright, so I will go up and delete this other cat.
Also, yes, the crazy D20 dice man is my avatar. Fear me.
Alright, is that everybody on here? There's Blondie, there's...
I don't see Blondie and Antonio on the turn order. Granted, mine could just have frozen.
You're right. They're not showing up on the one y'all can see, even though they're showing up on the one I can see. I don't know. Just delete it and give them another one. It's like maybe y'all weren't seeing the leftovers from last session where I still could.
Yeah, if you change maps, you have to do whole new turns, I believe.
Okay, that's what it was. Alright, so he'll go on 18 and he'll go on a 6. Descending order, and we're good to go. Alright. So top of the order is Cat.
One second, I'm opening up my sheet. I closed it for, I don't know. Ready. The one with the red dot is the friendly drone.
Yes, that is Adrian's. He
She's
put a
not
racing
going to
stripe or
shoot
something on it. You
that.
can tell the difference.
Has little bunny ears or something.
Maybe.
Googly eyes on the front.
Yes. She is going to move. Is the log raised at all, like in this area? Like to provide any kind of cover?
Oh yeah. It's sucker's huge around, so yeah. Francis
Okay,
had
she's
it.
gonna
You know,
move
you have
up.
to climb, be on top of it.
Gonna move there to get some cover.
Okay.
And then none of them are surprised, correct? No, they aren't, because they came after us. She
Yeah.
does have an advantage on the attack, though, because none of them have taken a round. So she's going to take a shot at them.
It means Death Strike.
19.
Alright. That definitely hits.
18 points of damage.
And ping the one you're shooting at.
This one right here.
You blow a fist-sized chunk all the way through it, and it just spirals down into the chasm below.
Bonus action. Try and be smooth. Yeah.
16.
Yeah, I like it even fail as an 11.
The next, though.
Alright, Marrow, or what did I say? Yeah, Marrow. Seeing you duck in amongst the roots gives him the idea of running over and hiding amongst the roots. Since, you know, they're unarmed. As he runs past you. I don't guess I can have a gun.
She's kind of like cusses under her breath, hands him heavy pistol. Like, after this is done, it comes back to me.
One bullet at a time. No, he was understood.
He just hands it over with a very serious, like, eyebrow.
Alright. thought I had the threat database open. Alright then. He will go ahead and take a shot. I'll admit I was not expecting you to give him a gun, so I didn't have his stats pulled up and ready.
I can give you the heavy pistol stats if you want.
Let's see.
The D8 plus Dex piercing.
I want to say I used the Merc stats for him. There he is. Okay. Good to go now. So it is a... Alright, so he's got a +4 to the roll. Clearly he's unused to handling pistols as opposed to into hunting rifles. So his shot goes wide. Oh, he does have multi-attack though.
Come on, man. Any 3-year-old can handle this kind of gun.
Give me a second. I'm used to rifles. The second shot, however, hits. And you said it did how much damage?
I think it was a D8 plus Dex. Let me just double check. Yeah, D8 plus Dex.
Okay. He blows one of his little helicopter blades off, but the other 3 seem to be able to keep it in the air. And following that up, it is Jade.
I'm going to go over here, take cover,
Okay, around the rocks.
and shoot at this one.
And what are you shooting with?
My heavy auto rifle.
Okay. That definitely hits.
Looks like it definitely hits for ouchies.
Oh, yeah.
3 out.
Okay, so my can I use my second attack, or does it have to be against the same thing?
No, you can make another attack against whoever.
Okay, my second attack's gonna be on this one.
Alright. Yeah, that first one just explodes into parts and they fall into the chasm. A 12 just misses.
Okay. And that's all I'm gonna do.
Adrian.
Yes.
Yoga.
Okay. Just in range. Wisdom save.
Constructs making wisdom saves. +2. I'm going to guess no.
What'd you roll?
A 7.
It's mine now.
That's weird. There was some lag before it popped up. Alright. So you have another pet.
Yep. I have another pet. And I'm gonna come hang out over here on the other side of that drone to keep the tree between me and the drone.
Okay.
The only hostile drone left.
Francis.
Don't shoot the one over here by me.
Alright, oh god.
Don't shoot the one to your right.
Which right?
Your left. Shoot that one.
Yeah, Francis is just gonna pop a couple shots off at the one drone that's okay to shoot.
Okay. Given the position you're in and how much trouble you're having keeping your balance, you're going to be at disadvantage.
That's fine.
Well, both of those are definitely hits.
Hey.
The first shot hits it and kind of, goes in, blows out the back. The whole thing kind of rears up, and then you nail it through the center with that second shot, and it kind of spirals back.
Aha!
Quick survey shows there's no more drones coming up. How long does Adrian have control of the one he took?
He has until the end of his next round, in which case he's spending his next round to override its commands.
Okay.
So essentially doing what he did to the other one?
Yeah, it's
basically.
It's built just like the other one, so you're familiar with the layout.
Mm-hmm. And it's technically considered friendly to him right now, so it should allow him access.
So give me a computer roll.
I'm going to go ahead and black hat it anyway, just in case.
Okay.
Because paranoid parrot.
Is it paranoia or survival instinct?
15.
Oh.
Yes. Is the answer to that.
So you disable the homing function. You disable the... Or not the homing function, the recording function it had. You disable the... the receiver, basically. You set it to a different frequency where whatever was controlling it before can't, it won't pay any attention to that signal.
Yep. And he's going to encrypt it like he encrypted the other one. And he's going to pull them back both over to him. And Yanni's going to go hang out over by Francis. Because reasons.
So Yanni's going to run over and be buzzing in Francis's face as he tries to get across.
It's more like if he starts sliding to one side, Yanni will just sort of like float over to him and sort of like be like, "No, stop."
Yanni is a good bean.
Yanni is a good bean.
And I think cattle prodding might make the situation worse.
Well, I mean, I can activate his shock function. But no.
All right, Francis, give me one more acrobatics to get across.
You know that point of inspiration you gave me?
I was trying to remember today who it was I gave that to.
Yeah, I'd like to use that, good sir.
Oh, I forget. What does inspiration do?
Depends on what level you give it. It's either a D4, a D6, a D8, a D10, or a D12 added to the roll. Depending on the level of inspiration acquired.
Yeah.
think at our level it'd be a D8.
I was gonna say, I think it would be at least a D8, possibly a 12.
Probably.
but I'm
No.
not sure.
A 12 is like higher level.
Let's see.
12 is like level like 15, I think.
Maybe it was a really beefy
Inspiration.
bard.
Maybe.
Inspiration 115. We will double check just to be sure. All right. If you have inspiration, you can expend it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. Spending your inspiration gives you advantage on that roll.
It works different in this.
It
game,
does.
then.
This one.
Oh.
So
See, I was thinking that was how. I was thinking that was how it worked in 5e. Is it not?
no, in 5e Bardic Inspiration, you roll an extra dice based on whatever
Oh
level.
no!
the
Not
bard
Bardic
is.
inspiration.
Oh, DM Inspiration.
Yeah, this is just the DM inspiration that they.
Yeah, DM Inspiration is advantage, I believe.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
I was thinking Bardic Inspiration for some reason.
Oh, but you already rolled like you had advantage.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that point of inspiration isn't gonna help me right now.
No, go ahead and save that. Go ahead and save it. All right. Is there anything anybody else wants to do? As I see Francis hit a spot and just start sliding sideways, he scrambles but can't seem to make any purchase.
Which way is he sliding?
This way.
I'm gonna pull out the other drones. Control that. Yanni and the other drones fly over here and start trying to stabilize him.
You know, in hindsight, we probably should have tied a rope to him or something.
Hindsight is not very helpful right now, Jade.
Cat just starts pulling out her own rope. Well, we know this now.
She starts tying it around her waist and handing it at the other end to everybody else.
Ties it to her waist, puts it on the tree.
All right. Give me a strength roll for.
All of them?
Well, they're really just assisting. Pick whichever one you want. They make the strength roll with advantage.
Okay.
Basically, the other two are just giving them advantage because I don't think any of them have much in the way of strength.
The tactical drones actually do.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yanni's
they're medium sized. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're our sized. They can fly.
Oh yeah.
Beefy boys.
Yanni's a tiny little kitten-sized bean trying his best.
The only problem is with the tactical drones trying it. They got those helicopter blades. But
We can heal him. It'll be fine.
I mean, if he gets cut, he gets cut.
Getting mildly injured is better than plunging to your death amongst the sharp, pointy rocks below.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Go ahead and use one of the tactical drones and give him advantage.
Alrighty. 19.
All right. Basically, they fly up, and Francis is able to reach out his hand and kind of between the blades, kind of grab the body of it and use that to kind of brace himself.
You can thank me later.
Will do. Crap.
And with their help, you're able to get the rest of the way across.
Yay!
Agents say, well, now that I have 2 of these, he's gonna have 1 drone fly to either side and basically become handholds.
Cat's still tying a rope onto the tree.
Well, yeah. But he figures it would help get people across if they have actual, like, stable handholds that are not bound to the laws of slippery log.
Alright, so everybody else give me survival. Give me acrobatics checks as you make your way across.
Could that technically be an advantage with the drones?
At advantage with the drones, yes.
Okay. You're welcome.
I hate my dice.
And they hate you.
They do.
Alright. Cat gets across fairly gracefully. Jade gets across.
Acrobatics.
Oh, you do quite well. But then you're the one controlling the drone, so
Yep.
that may give you some advantage.
Maybe.
Miro gets across with no trouble. Oh, yeah, he does. And Blondie gets across. Much less gracefully, but he gets there.
Cat holds out her hand to Mara, like, you're forgetting something, I believe.
Oh, thank you? Oh, right. He reaches down to his holster where he had holstered the pistol by mistake.
Takes it, puts it back in small of her back. If we get into any more, shit, I'll hand you the gun back, but you understand.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't trust him either. Alright. You travel for the rest of the day. There's a few animals you have to watch out for. But you're starting to get the feel of this place. You don't run into any more of those large predators. The trees don't bother you because you've had to spray. By the end of the day, you are getting close to the coordinates you've been given. How is it that you're wanting to approach this place?
Well, first, I would say, can we take an hour, please?
Whatever for.
So I can get my powers back.
GM says that don't sound like a good idea.
Jim says... I say to Jim, he can go sit and spin on a
I
flagpole.
said GM says that's not a good idea.
Oh, I heard Jim.
Like, when did Jim get down here?
I was like, well, I was about to say, where did Jim come from?
There's inter-atmosphere
confused.
parachutes.
I guess.
Well, he was in the military. He was an orbital drop ship trooper at one point. Yes, you can take a break at whatever point you want to.
Okay. Yeah, he will request a brief hour just to... He's going to say so he can make sure to double check the drones, make sure they're good to go, rearm them with some of his spare ammunition as needed, kind of thing.
Y'all travel for a little while. Sometime during the day, you have one of those weird kind of semi-nights when one of the other moons, passes by and blocks the light. Which you decide makes for a good, that's a good time to sit down and take a break.
Yeah. So that gives me all my powers back.
Okay. So once you rest up, how are you proceeding forward?
Said we've traveled about a full day's worth.
Just about.
And about how far off from where we are would the stronghold thingy place be?
Oh, it's about another 5 miles or so. You're certain you could get there before nightfall.
Do these drones have any ability to record and then come back to us?
They have recording devices.
He'll say, both the tactical drones do have recording devices, but I've shut them off. I also shut off their homing function. Also shut off the command line they were following and encrypted them with my own.
And the coordinates would be too far off for Yanni to be showing you what's going on, right?
I mean, if you want to play-by-play, yeah, but I can send him out there and have him record everything and then come back.
It might be a good idea so we at least aren't going in too blind.
All opposed?
We can always just camp here for the night, send Yanni out, get a idea of what's going on there, and at dawn we
That's probably for the
do
best.
whatever the hell we're doing.
I kind of want to keep these drones because there's a lot of useful opportunities for them. Yeah, he'll send Yanni out with the express orders to not interfere with anything, just go around the coordinates and record.
Right. Don't grab shinies.
Don't grab shinies, don't go searching for stuff, just scope around and record, and then come back.
He totally wants the shinies, though.
I know he wants the shinies. I'm telling him he can't have the shinies.
All right.
It's work time. You can have shinies later.
Yeah.
So he flies off. Are y'all going to camp while he's gone, or are y'all going to continue to walk that direction and just send him off ahead?
Maybe we can get ourselves maybe like 3 miles in, or 3 miles away, perhaps. Not like, waiting on his back doorstep for morning, but
Okay, give me perception checks.
For us?
Yes, for you.
Sure, toggle switch off. Drones are inactive.
if we sleep, do you lose the drones?
Nope.
Okay.
No, he has basically reprogrammed them at this point.
Yeah, that's why, like, my next immediate action after tagging them with Machine Hacker is to rewrite them, so I maintain control.
Was just making sure.
Yeah.
If he used that ability on like an intelligent construct, then
Oh, it still counts as a charm even with intelligent constructs, but I don't think I'd be able to rewrite them.
Right, that's what I was getting at. Is that they would get loose once the power power's duration was over, but
Yeah.
these things are not self-aware at all, so
Yeah. Kind of figured that was the case.
Alright, so Yanni is gone for some time. It has gotten dark before he gets back.
Yeah, it says constructs failing their saving throw are charmed by you until the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
So, in basic constructs, it specifically says basic constructs, so I can't even use it on intelligent ones.
Oh, okay. There is probably some equivalent that you can use on.
I mean, there's a power more than likely, but yeah. That level 1 ability specifically says basic constructs.
Well, low level, that makes sense. Okay, so anyway, he's gone for a while. Though he can teleport back to you.
Yeah, he can immediately warp back to me.
Irregardless of the distance, so.
He's gonna have to fly back though, because I have no way of knowing when he's done.
Oh, you have to activate that. He can't. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah,
That's something I have to do.
it's been
Unless
dark
I
for a little bit.
unless I specifically tell him to warp back when he's done, but I didn't do that before I sent him off. So he's gonna fly back.
All right. He comes back. He kind of gives you the layout of the place.
Mm-hmm.
He did not see anybody there.
Okay. So what are we looking at? A new map. What looks like a ship on a landing pad, maybe?
Yes,
Yes.
it looks like a small one-man shuttle.
Ah.
It is quite small. Like literally, there's a cockpit.
Almost like an
Realize it's
escape pod kind of thing. Except reverse.
You're not 100% certain it would be capable of getting out of the system, but it could get to orbit and, orbit one of the
Picked
other
up.
nearby moons, that sort of thing. And certainly anywhere in the atmosphere that he wanted to get to quickly.
Right.
The pad looks like it's been here a while. The concrete he used, is a little crumbly around the edges. The grass is starting to overgrow it a little bit. The 3 buildings seem to be made out of local materials. Wood. Each of them have a power cell stationed out beside them somewhere. So while they're primitive by the standards of the day, they do have power, they do have lights. There seems to be modern amenities inside. He has an anvil out back of one of them next to a storage container. Yanni's not sure what was in there.
He could phase in.
It's it's blacksmithing tools and stuff like that.
Okay.
In a container that keeps them safe from the weather.
Right.
There is a still behind one of the buildings. The center building there is a house.
Yeah.
2 stories, large rooms, animal heads mounted all in it.
He is sharing this with the rest of the group as he's getting this info.
The building over here is full of taxidermy equipment, projects he is working on, creatures he is taxidermying, whatever you call it. But has it
Preserving. If it's not a taxidermy squirrel riding a giant worm into battle.
He
Why even
seems
do
to
it?
be more into putting them in natural poses.
No jackalopes.
Yeah, no jackalopes, nothing, nothing's getting used as a hat rack.
Now we just gotta kill him on, an ability to be fun.
And then over here in this other building is basically one big refrigerator. He's got lots of meat preserved there, other foods as well. Though it looks like he ships in fresh food or brings it in and then preserves it in here, as you don't see any sign of him doing any gardening.
Okay.
Some of the trees or close to the house are fruit bearing, and there's some signs that he may pick some of that or have some of it picked.
Okay.
But at present, Yanni did not see anybody there.
Okay.
So, just to clarify, there's no sign that Danru is here.
No. You also see no sign that the hunter is there, or anybody else for that matter. Though everything in the house looks like it's being used recently. I mean, there's no dust. There's dishes, there's dishes in the sink, kind of thing.
Mm.
Hopefully he isn't out hunting us.
What are the chances of that?
This is just a blamed ambush.
Hey, can we tell how many people is using these buildings?
Have Yanni roll an investigation.
Investigation is intelligence?
I say investigation, I'm not even sure that's in this.
I mean, it is because Adrian has it.
Okay. Yeah, I believe it's intelligence based.
Unfortunately, if Yanni's making that roll, it's at a -3.
Yeah. Yanni's got no idea then. Well, go ahead and roll. He can always roll a natural 20 or something.
It's an 11. It's not terrible.
Yeah, he don't know. There was a stack of dishes. He didn't count how many.
Yeah.
The house has got multiple bedrooms, but all the beds were made, so he didn't know.
Who makes the bed but doesn't wash the dishes? What a
Me.
bunch of animals.
Savages.
No. Who knows? I was like, well, that's what I've got.
Okay then.
So you're going to camp for the evening, or you're going to press on in the dark and try to get there?
Let's camp for the evening.
Yeah, I'd rather, even though we haven't, had as rough of a day as yesterday, I would still rather go in fresh than just charge in at the middle of the night.
Okay. Somebody going to stay up and take watch?
Yanni
Let's
will.
take first shift. Oh,
All right,
Cat'll
everybody
take
shout
a.
Who's taking first shift?
Yanni will stay up for all shifts.
can he do that?
Yeah. He's a machine.
Awesome.
I thought he was like a summon something out of the ether.
No. He is immune to exhaustion, so he can stay up as long as he wants.
All right, so first shift is Yanni.
Well, Yanni and whomever.
Yeah. Did somebody else say they were taking first?
Yeah, Francis.
All right, so Yanni, Francis, and Blondie volunteers.
Yanni can stay up for all of them, but he only has a +1 to perception, so the technical drones technically would be a better idea for this, but he's keeping them on standby for right now.
Hit the wrong button.
All right, so second shift.
Cat'll take second.
Okay, so that'll be Cat, Yanni,
17's better.
Mero volunteers for that one, and third shift. Or y'all want to do just a 2-shift thing? However y'all want to do it.
2 shifts work.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then ignore that last perception roll for Yanni, then.
All right. Let's see. Oh, okay, that first deck. All right, so Yanni got a 3, he got a 17, he got a 3.
Yeah, so ignore the last one, if we're only doing 2 shifts.
Francis got a 10. Let's see what is Blondie's wisdom. Well, you're in luck that nothing happens during the first shift. Or it does happen and you're just not aware of it. And then the second shift was Cat, who rolled quite high. Yanni, who did not. And Mero. Wait a second, did I roll a D10 for Blondie? Yeah, I rolled a D10 for Blondie's.
I was like, why the D10?
I don't know. But he rolled better with the D10 than when I rolled his D20. And Mero rolls crap too. Cat, about halfway through your watch, some slight rustling in the bushes catches your attention.
I just tap Samara like, hold on, I'll be right back.
He nods.
That's
And
still an 11.
And you go trouncing off into the...
I just trip into the woods.
I mean, thank goodness natural 20s and natural 1s technically don't count for skill saves. Or skill
Yeah.
checks.
Still only an 11.
Yeah.
there they are. What is the passive perception you're trying to beat here?
Gonna guess more than 11.
No, as it turns out, it's not.
Wow.
It's probably... As you ease out into the woods, you see something in the dark. I mean, there's enough light coming off of... It never gets pitch black on this planet, really. Or very rarely. Because you have some light that comes out of the planet.
She does have dark vision.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about you not being quite human.
Yep.
You see what looks like a dog. Or some sort of... Maybe a wolf. You're not quite close to really make out. But it's shiny like it's made of metal. And it's hunched down and kind of creeping forward towards the camp.
Kind of like bats around her head for Yanni to see if Yanni is there.
She baps Yanni, because Yanni noticed her leaving.
With his perception? Are you sure?
He rolled a 17 for that one, so yeah.
He would have noticed Cat walking off.
Oh, yeah,
And-
okay.
Well, and he also has motion trackers, so the second she started moving, he'd notice anyway.
He'd have a shot at noticing.
Baps.
That's just another sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's really good at using it. But yeah, with a 17, he probably heard the rustling too.
Baps Yanni like, go wake him up.
Back at camp, Adrian wakes up.
Talking back to Yanni like,
Message
Send him a
inside
picture.
Cat's mask. What is it?
send him a picture of this.
You see some sort of silvery metal dog.
I need this in my life.
And you know,
Is
the
it-
whole
is-
time
is
you're
it
talking,
obvious
you see it, and it's crouched down on its legs, slowly inching forward.
He's having Yanni sort of perch over it. He's waiting until it gets like within 30 feet.
Cat's gonna kind of scan around because dogs traditionally hunt in packs, even possibly mechanical doggos. Does she see anything else?
Well, you know, if they went to all the trouble to build it to look like a dog, they might have built it to act like a dog.
Yep.
Give me a perception check. Nah, you don't see
Yep.
anything else in the air.
Best of
I'll
times.
say,
best
I
of
am-
times.
I'm not gonna roll for Yanni because he is focused on the dog.
She's gonna kind of like keep her distance from it and kind of parallel path back towards the camp if that's where it's heading.
It seems to be getting
Weapon
closer and
drawn,
closer to
but
the
not weapon drawn, but not shooting quite yet.
It gets to the very edge of camp. You know, it doesn't.
Is
break
it
out of
within
the
30
forest.
feet?
Pardon?
Is it within 30 feet?
Yes, it absolutely is within 30 feet at this point.
Okay, Adrian will tilt his head in its direction and he will use Machine Hacker on it.
Is that the is that's the same one you use on the drones?
Yep.
Okay. It has no effect.
No effect? Alright, so this one's sentient. Alrighty.
Cat, you see it drop something out of its mouth, and then with its paw kind of press it in the dirt a little bit, and then it starts creeping backwards.
She's gonna kind of pass on through Yanni that she's gonna follow it a little bit just to see what direction it's going. She'll be right back. only gonna follow it maybe like a couple 100 yards out of the camp just to make sure.
Once it gets about 50 yards out of the camp, it stops trying to be stealthy and it just stands up and bolts at full speed.
All right, I'm going back to camp.
Yeah, it's definitely moving faster than a person.
Yanni is looking at the thing.
It appears to be some sort of speaker.
Okay. Yanni
clearly
is
some
going.
kind of receiver as well, but yeah.
Yanni is going to pick it up and fly off with it. Just random direction, fast as he can go.
Okay. How far away does it take it?
Let's see. He'll fly for about, I'd say, 3-4 minutes at top speed.
Okay, that gets a decent little ways off.
Yeah, so let me.
Because he's got, what, a 30-foot speed? Or
40.
Oh, he's got 40?
40 foot fly speed, 80 moving at top speed. So he can move 80 feet every 6 seconds. So
you're quite a ways off.
So that's 4,000 feet, give or take. So just about a mile.
So while he's doing that, Cat comes back to camp.
No doggo?
Big word.
To Adrian, no doggo?
It was not a basic construct. So it had some kind of speaker. Yanni picked it up and flew off with it. He's gonna tinker around with it, see what it does.
I mean, maybe the guy was gonna try to talk to us.
That's why he's gonna tinker around with it and see what it does.
All right, give me a mechanics roll for Yanni, I guess. If he's gonna do something with it.
Basically, he's just sort of like examining it, going, "Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's this?" Basic wisdom, I guess. Yeah, it's 14 mechanics, technically.
Okay. He picks at it. Yeah, it just seems to be a regular speaker. Uses regular, the frequency it picks up is just a regular something you can send out in comm links. It's not capable of doing anything. It's not a weapon in any way. It can't produce that kind of noise. You doubt it's the one that was used to start the stampede. Because if you remember, I think you're pretty sure it was some sort of speakers they were using for that.
Yeah, Yanni went over and figured out that yes, it was speakers, and then he shot them.
That's right. This is much smaller. Definitely not as powerful.
Yanni will chirp at it. See what it does.
By chirp at it, you just mean make a noise.
Basically, yeah.
It doesn't seem to respond.
Okay. He'll leave it there and then fly back.
Okay. Alright, the next morning. It arrives. You start hearing the animals in the forest start making their noise again.
Kind of curious why that dog wanted to place a speaker by the edge of camp.
Maybe because someone wanted to talk to us.
Could be.
Maybe.
Could have been used as during a sneak attack. Them making noise and then appear behind us.
Why would the dog creep forward and just, leave it there, not attack us or anything?
I think we were supposed to see the dog, were we? Was it sneaking?
He was trying to sneak.
But it would have seen Adrian, standing up right there.
He didn't
would've
stand up. He
known.
stayed laid down.
laid there.
Oh, okay. I thought he was standing up. Okay.
Yeah, all he did was kind of just like shift his head so he could see where it was.
Okay.
So you're getting anyway. You continue to travel through the woods. You notice fairly quickly that you're kind of being followed. There is. They don't look like monkeys or primates exactly, but they are tree dwelling and they do have an opposable thumb. And they seem to be quite curious about you. They're only yay big. Well, I think I only want to use them. Looking at me on Zoom, so that didn't do any good.
Like about basketball, beach ball sized.
They're a little bit bigger than that. They're about toddler size.
Mm.
Terrifying. Okay.
And they're just kind of following you in the treetops. The impression you get is just that they're curious. You know, unlike monkeys, they're not throwing anything at you or really trying to interact with you at all.
Looks over at the two guys that have been on this planet, specifically for hunting them. You guys hear anything about these things?
We've seen them before. They're like the native monkeys or something.
Okay.
They're not good eating, I know that.
Okay.
Marrow's like, what? I always try the local.
The local cuisine.
Yeah.
All right, Marrow. You do you. I will be right
What
back.
kind of hunter would I be if I didn't eat what I killed? Yeah, it's weird. But anyway, while they seem to be harmless, they are making a fair amount of noise.
Francis is gonna start throwing rocks at him to try and scare him off. Something quieter than a gunshot.
All right, give me an attack roll. All right, you bean one in the head. At first it looks shocked, and all of them go silent and look at it, and then they're just all in an uproar after that. Less of them are following you after that, though. You notice all the ones that were carrying young seem to have dropped back.
Better than nothing.
You also notice as you get closer to these coordinates, more and more of them seem to be dropping back anyway. When you reach and cross one particular little stream, none of them follow you after that.
Mm.
As you cross the stream, give me perception checks, please. I'm going to assume one of those Francis rolls was... Oh, wait, no, that was a dexterity. Never mind. That was your attack roll.
That's just terrible.
It's not great. I'll have to admit.
And she's the one who grew up in the blasted hellscape that is Earth.
All right. So Adrian got a 14.
Kat said she'd be right back, so you might have to roll for.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and roll for her then. Maybe grab her sheet. Perception. Okay. That's not great. I mean, there's nothing for y'all to worry about. You continue on with that issue. Alright, as you approach the edge of the woods, close to this little clearing, pick a spot anywhere along the wood line here on the map. There's anywhere down the that right hand side. Anywhere you want to basically, where do y'all want to be coming out at?
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Okay. Alright, so y'all going to circle around. Some of you are going to circle around. Y'all going to come at this place from different angles.
Cat will volunteer to circle around.
Oh, yeah, that was actually an accident on our part.
Oh, okay.
We were just tossing them down on them. But no, circling around is a good idea, I suppose.
Did Yanni see, like... I'm wondering if disconnecting anything would be a good idea or not. Like, if it would trip an alarm if we disconnect something. Or would it be better just to kind of see if anyone is around. If nothing else, we might want to disable that ship.
Good.
Alright, so y'all are you going to approach the house as one large group? Or are you going to split up?
Francis is gonna vote split up.
Cat's gonna try and scan around for like anything that looks like pressure plates or possible traps of any kind.
Okay, so it sounds like you're splitting into at least two groups. Now, what are you doing with Blondie and Marrow?
Do we really trust them to go against our employer?
Well, keep in mind, they were not employed by this guy. They were just lured here for a more challenging hunt than they were used to.
As far as we know.
As far as you know. That is the story they have given you. And, you know, all their equipment was top dollar. They, you know, their campsite looked like one of people that could afford the best, but also wanted to, but, you know, not just the best as in functioning best, but more luxurious. Like I said, they didn't just have sleeping bags. They had air mattresses, that sort of thing. And if you leave them somewhere, but take the communication equipment, it's not like they could call their ship while you were gone.
Yeah. Looks over at him. You guys got any urge to hunt this guy? Or would you just be happier being off on your own?
We could just wait, you know, a half mile back here or something. And you can calm us when you've dropped him.
Kind of looks around the other folks with a what you think.
Thumbs up from Francis.
Same with Jade.
You double cross us, I will make this planet your grave, but just kind of like nods to the forest.
Can I have that pistol again?
Why?
There's things in the forest sometimes.
She takes her combat knife that like she has never used out from like a boot holster and just hands it to him. Can this do for you, Hunter?
I guess I'll have to.
I need some options when I'm gonna be, possibly dying.
He doesn't look happy about it, but yeah, if it's all you're offering, it's all he'll take. You hear him and Blondie, as you're walking off, talking about, oh, maybe we can make some spears or something.
Get in a tree and be quiet. You'll be fine. Play with the tiny monkey toddler things.
Alright, so everybody put yourselves on the map. Move yourself on the map, basically the direction you're wanting to come in at. I know Adrian dropped himself over here, coming out of these woods. Alright, so Kat's going to be over there with Adrian. Francis and Jade will be over there. People that aren't here will be playing rear guard somewhere else.
They're back helping the guys make spears.
Because they seem totally inept at it, helpless. They have no experience with this Stone Age technology.
What is this knife you speak of?
It's kind of like a really short laser blade, but it's made out of metal. It's very weird.
Why is it spelled with a K?
It makes no sense.
Weird ass thing.
Yanni's going to flit over here, examine the shuttle.
Okay. Like I said, it's a little one-man craft. Get you anywhere on the planet fairly quickly. Get you into orbit without any trouble. Could probably get to the surrounding moons in a reasonable amount of time. Definitely not something you want to make interstellar trips in. And if he examines it closely, you'll see that it's not capable of faster than light.
Over comms. Can Yanni like temporarily disable it in case we need to use it? But so, what's his futs can't use it.
Can through me. And instead of disabling it, Yanni will land on it, become a conduit for Adrian. He'll just system lock the ship.
Okay, and what does system lock do? I'm assuming it just doesn't let anybody in.
It lets absolutely nobody in unless I give them authorization to do so.
Now, if somebody comes
Unless you specifically use the Black Hat power, in which case the level of the Black Hat power needs to meet or exceed the level of the system lock.
Okay. Alright. Everybody give me stealth checks.
So Adrian. Oh yeah. Adrian will just obfuscate, just go invisible.
Okay.
We can do this at advantage. Oop. It's all 13. Yanni. 14. Because fuck my dice.
Could Diani be invisible while on the craft? Or does he have
Yeah.
to be visible when doing that?
No, he's just being used as a physical conduit. He's not actually actively interacting with anything.
He just has to be
Okay.
touching it.
Yeah, he's a middleman.
And
And now that the system lock is in place, he doesn't even have to be on the ship
How long does system lock last?
forever. Until I disable it myself.
Okay. Or until somebody with black hat comes by and does it.
All Black Hat does is just suppresses it. So duration, it says until unraveled or dismissed.
Unraveled implies that there's some kind of way other Escorts can get rid of it then.
Yeah,
I'd have to look up
that's
what it is. It's not
basically
important now,
that's basically dispel magic.
but- Okay. Okay. Alright, so y'all are approaching the house with varying degrees of stealth.
Wild turn order appears.
Now the stealth checks are for as you come out of the woods, or as Francis and Jade approach that stream. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the initiative just to. Just to have that ready to go. Oh, that's right.
My dice don't like me.
I rolled that, but I did not click on a miniature. Now I can roll it. That's weird. It puts the rolls up there, but not in the...
If you have the token hidden, it might not show it on the turn order.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. What I'm surprised is that it still throws the rolls up in the chat, though. I mean,
Unless you have
tell
something
what's on it.
like... Unless you have something like show only to GM active, it will put it up there.
Okay. Alright. So y'all all rolled the stealths. Oh, that's right. I need to roll his, Alright. So top of the order is Jade, who is over here with Francis. Alright, Jade, where are you moving to?
Anna had to step away for a minute.
Oh, okay.
She's going to cross the stream and approach the house.
Okay.
And that's her move.
Okay. And what would Yanni like to do?
Yanni is gonna go fly over here. Just keep an eye out for stuff.
Okay. Francis?
Just gonna follow right behind her.
All right, you
Pistol
splash.
up and ready.
You splashed rather loudly through the stream. And Cat.
Gonna take her movement and bonus action to dash 60 feet.
Okay, go ahead and
I
move.
think it was like right up in here.
Yeah, looks about right. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Of course. 24.
You go running forward. The ground's a little even. The ground's a little lumpy, but you managed to make it through without any issue. Until you get right about where you're at, and then a shot rings out.
Can she see what direction it's coming from?
Yes, you'll be able to spot where it's coming from. You hear the noise as you see him fade into existence. Someone was sitting around obfuscated. Does a 24 hit you?
Yep.
So it is 19 piercing.
And see where he's at, correct?
Oh, right. Let me fade him into the... He is on top of the house.
Uncanny dodge.
All right. Wait 1 second, because he has an ability called... Let's see. What page was that on? Ambusher. I use that one. Was the one he had that? Oh no, it was that other sniper guy I used that did the extra damage thing. Never mind. He just gets advantage on the roll. Okay, so the 19 points is all you're taking.
18, or half of that.
Yeah.
Uncanny dodge.
So 9 points. That was his first shot. His second shot will also be at you, though it does not have advantage. Does a 17 hit you?
Yep.
9 points of damage. And his third attack. Does a...
Yep.
14. For anybody watching, I just threw up a picture of him.
note I keep forgetting.
What do you keep reading?
That at this level, given my everything is cast at level 3, I can make 2 people go invisible.
That would have been very
That
handy.
would have been useful.
I just remembered, I'm sorry.
It's all good. If I die, it's all your fault.
For any of y'all that aren't watching the stream,
Picking on you.
player-wise, I just threw a picture of who you're seeing up in the Discord. He's wearing, relatively lightweight but very modern armor. But he has got a hood, kind of an old-fashioned hood and cloak up over it.
Hmm.
The back of the cloak looks like it's made up of individual sections shaped like leaves. At any kind of distance, it would offer him quite a bit of camouflage in a forest area.
Cat's gonna use a free action to wheeze, bleed, and yell roof.
Yeah, everybody will. Jade and Francis cannot see him because of the height of the building in front of them. Though they certainly heard the shots ring out as he took his held action. Adrian, you're up.
Huh. Hmm. Oh. Okay. He is just gonna keep moving forward invisibly while stealth.
Okay. Give me a reflex saving throw.
Natural 20 on stealth. Dexterity?
Yes, yes.
24.
Okay. Cat, you begin to hear growling.
Wheezing, cursing in Promethean. Cat or Jade? Because it's Jade's turn.
No. Cat hears this.
Fantastic.
Let's see.
Wheezing through calm. Also growling and roof.
Basically, here at kind of the front door of the house, there's a shimmer, and suddenly one of those robot dogs shimmers into appearance. And you realize it must have some sort of active camo. Or else someone had used an Esper ability on it or something. Whatever the case, it was not visible at the time, and now it is. And you are the closest person it sees. I'm not trying to pick on you, I promise. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope.
It runs up, mouth open, gleaming metal fangs tries to clamp onto your leg, but you manage to yank it back out of the way. Definitely looks like the same model dog you saw the night before. Let's see. down here. Francis.
Oh no.
One of them fades into view like it was lounging up under the tree. For whatever reason, it seems to notice you more than it noticed Jade. And it charges you. Does a 15 hit you?
Just misses.
So you get a nice good look at those big metal claws too, or big metal teeth rather. It's like a steel trap jammed into a dog's mouth.
There's a lot of these things stealth around here, isn't there?
Nah, not a lot.
Oh.
Just, a pack's worth. Alright, and it will have advantage because of pack tactics. Does an 18 hit you?
Unfortunately.
2 points of damage. Oh yeah, I forget about that. Oh well. Let's see. And they should be appearing in the initial order now. This one goes charging after... Does Obfuscate give you bonuses to your stealth? How does it work mechanically?
I think it's like an invisibility spell.
It is perfect invisibility, yeah.
Okay, well they've got keen hearing and smell, so let him make a perception check. And did you make a stealth roll earlier?
I did. I got a 23.
Okay. Then yeah, he don't see you.
He wouldn't see me anyway.
Well, he doesn't detect you in any other fashion as well. 5, 10, 15, 20. So yeah, the one by the ship here goes charging up to Cat. These dogs do not like Cat. However, it has no move to get there, so it does not get an attack this round. And then there's one around the corner of the house. Ooh, let's see. Basically gets right here because of difficult terrain. Lots of rocks and whatnot around that house for some reason. And then take another movement. So it too can get 2 Cat, but cannot attack this round. And let me make absolutely certain that that's all of them I've got hidden on this map. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Alright, that is. But I would hate to jip y'all by, shorting you a doggo.
I mean, I like doggos, but this is just an excessive number of doggos.
where we're missing 2 people too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that does keep happening when I do these
Yep.
elaborate sniper-based ambushes. Weird. Well, that was smooth. All right, it is Jade's turn.
All right, and it's still away, so I'm gonna say she's gonna leave Francis to fend for himself and come all the way up to here. But she has to double move to get that far, so that'll be the end of her turn.
Well, let's see. If she's got a movement of 30. If she moved at an angle and wound up here, or even here, she could see what was going on over here. You know, if you're trying to get into a position where she can shoot to help out.
Probably still wants cover though from the sniper.
Yeah.
The sniper's
I mean,
busy.
she could probably see from there. I mean, she couldn't probably see the sniper.
Yeah, I'll give you that she can see the dogs from there. I mean, she just has to have cover from the sniper.
I would like cover from the sniper.
You
Indeed.
decided to walk through the wide open field.
Because I forgot that I can tag 2 people with invisibility.
Yeah, someone's
yeah.
gonna get murdered.
My point about her being at the edge, though, is it takes a double move to get there, where she can do a single move to get within sight. But that does expose her to the sniper, so. And Zach would probably be in trouble if he got Anna killed while she was gone.
Yeah, just a little bit.
If Cat dies, Anna just kind of goes, "Oh, gee, that's too bad." And Zach's fine.
If Jade's head turns into a fine pink mist, then there's going to be a problem on the ride to work in the morning.
All right, so it was Jade, which is back to the top of the order, followed by Hunter. He is going to slide off the roof this way. And you can hear him kind of sliding across the shingles. And probably dropping to the ground. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. And then while nobody can see him, he does whatever it is that he wants to do. And then it is Yanni's turn. Where is Yanni?
Oh, Yanni's going to fly over here.
All right.
See if he can find him on the motion sensors.
Yanni would have been in position to see him fade out of visibility again.
Okay. Did he stop moving after he did?
Yes. Because he moved to get there and then did an action to use a spell, or use it as a power.
Okay. Yanni's going to gonna shoot where he knows he's at. Because motion trackers.
All right.
And he saw exactly where he phased out, and then the trackers didn't ping that he moved.
It's still going to be disadvantaged because he can't actually see where he's at within that 5 foot square or whatever. But he can definitely make the attack.
Help, by the way.
That's not going to do it.
Okay.
Francis.
And then he's going to use the remainder of his movement to phase into the house.
Okay.
Get out of his line of sight.
That's good, because he would have died next round otherwise. Francis, you are surrounded by doggos. They are not happy doggos.
I'm not a happy lizard boy either. Francis is gonna hack away at one with the plasma katana. Hopefully,
Wielding the mighty sword of OP.
does a 19 hit?
The doggos, I believe that's going to be a good solid hit. Yes, that definitely is the doggos.
20 damage.
That's substantial. Let me see.
Is it dead?
Yes, you have killed a doggo. You have cut a doggo in twain.
And he's gonna spin around and take a slash at this one. Oh, please tell me 15 hit.
A 15 still hits.
Oh!
Good Lord Almighty.
Yeah, that's a beefy damn sword.
It is. It is way too stout a sword. Alright. Clearly, when it runs out of power, y'all aren't going to be able to find batteries for it anymore. It uses a C-type battery. Who's ever heard of a C battery?
Something that Adrian can make.
Alright. So that is, yeah, that's a crap load of damage. That doggo goes away. PETA will be hearing, you'll be hearing from PETA shortly.
And
And you hear a very dog-like yip as he cuts him in half.
I almost feel bad. But he's going to use the rest of his turn to move right the hell here.
Let's see. Okay, so he's basically he's following after.
Yep.
Okay, I thought I had made a mistake there. That is not what the doggo's AC should have been. It should have been that. Okay. Francis would have still hit him with a 15, though. That's not a... It didn't go up by that much, but I'm sitting here looking at the sheet that I put into roll 20. I'm sitting there going, I know they had higher than a 12. But it was under 15, so that's all that matters to you. Alright, so then it will be Cat.
Bonus action, disengage.
Okay.
To move. Yeah. Is this area rough terrain?
No, just basically... Can I draw? Can y'all see it if I draw a little box?
If you're trying to put a box on there, we don't see it.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Basically, this little area right up here where you can visibly see these rocks, that was rough terrain for the doggo. All this through here where you're at is fine.
Just gonna kind of duck under here, try and get some kind of something.
Go into the house.
Would she have enough movement speed to go into the house, open a door, close
Opening
a
and shutting a door is part of a movement, does not take anything extra, provided it's unlocked.
jiggling handle while taking a shot at dog.
Okay.
$21.
That's a hit.
9 piercing on that dog. Is the door unlocked?
Yes, the door is unlocked.
She's gonna regret this. Rest of action to open door, go inside, close door.
Let's see, you did 9 points. Alright, so
She'll
you
be
were inside the house,
right
leaning
here.
against the door, breathing heavy. Oh, it feels really nice in here. The AC zone. You've been trapped through the jungle for, the better part of a week. This is actually kind of nice.
She's bleeding profusely from various bullet perforations in her body. This feels good.
And Adrian.
So did he spot whatever he was traipsing around last go round with the dex save?
Oh, you want to look around for something?
No, I'm saying is, did he see it last round?
Yeah, you made him make a dex save last round for a reason.
Oh, no, he doesn't know what he made that for. Adrian is unaware anything weird is going on. Black Cat, as the ground's kind of lumpy, so you're having to watch kind of your footing, but that's about it.
Okay, he's gonna go around that then. Five, 10, 15, 25. Noting the lumpy spots, he's going to avoid those as he moves.
Alright, give me a dex save with advantage.
25.
Not a problem. You don't accidentally step on any lumps.
And see, bonus action, he is going to phase step up onto the roof. Noting the dog that Cat shot, he is going to sprite beam that one.
Okay, I had something pulled up.
15.
And you were doing the same one she had shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's definitely a hit. And 15 points. No, that's 15 to hit.
4 force damage.
It starts looking around for what hit it. Let's see, you made an attack while obfuscated, so I guess it can see you now.
Yeah, but I'm not on the ground anymore.
Yeah, it's looking at you. Then it's their go. All three of them kind of go back. They're barking at you. They rear back, and you see a little hatch on their shoulders go, and all three of them shoot at you.
Nope. Yep. Ouch.
Let's see, do these things have multi-attack? Oh, they don't. Alright, so they all just get the one attack. The 14 misses you. You said the 15 hits you?
Yeah.
Alright, and the crit definitely does. Alright, so for the 15, 2 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And for the crit... Alright, how is he rolling a +0?
You don't have a dice in any of your attacks. You just have a plus dex.
That's... Oh, that would do it. Alright, let's see. Alright, all his weaponry does the same amount of damage. Alright. Alright, let's try that again then. So for the regular one, that'll be 4 points of damage instead. And for the crit, that will be 8 points of damage total. Alright. That's a little more reasonable. And the two Francis was fighting are dead. Because Francis is a murderer. Alright, back to the top of the order.
Jade's gonna use her sniper rifle to take a shot off at this one.
Which one?
It's not pinging.
I had the wrong thing clicked.
I've done that plenty of times. Alright, so y'all are concentrating fire on that one until it goes down. That seems fair. That's a hit. And it goes away.
And she's gonna take another shot. Right into this. Oof. Nice.
Okay. And you said this one here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ooh, 15's a lot of damage. You blow one of his back legs off, but it still seems to be functioning. It has definitely spun around and noticed Jade now. Alright. After Jade is Hunter. Let's see. He double moves, but you don't know where to where. And then it's Yanni's turn.
Yanni, what to do, Yanni? It's a good question, actually. What does Yanni want to do? Yanni is going to move over here. He's going to shoot that one. 21.
That's definitely a hit.
6 force damage.
Yanni has slain the doggo.
Yes.
Francis, you're up.
Francis is gonna bolt around the corner because he isn't fully aware of the sniper, and take a shot at this one with this pistol.
Well, you've heard enough sniper rounds to know there is a sniper, but you just haven't seen him.
Yeah. Cat called out Roof over the comms.
That's right.
I would imagine him rounding the corner, looking up, and then we didn't see anything, dropping back down and shooting the dog.
$10 damage.
Alright, minus 10. It is not taking bullets well, but it is still up.
I'm gonna put another round into it.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright. It is chock full of holes. You can see that stuff is sparking. It is no longer the least bit interested in Adrian. Cat, you are inside the house. What are you doing?
Staying the hell put. She's gonna look around just real quick, but she is not moving from where she is.
From inside, the door seems to open directly into kind of the den living room area. There's an attached, there's the kitchen is only separated by a bar. It feels out of place after what you've been dealing with on this world. It just seems so cozy. It definitely has kind of a hunting lodge, man cave vibe to it. Like I mentioned when Yanni went through there are animal heads, taxidermied and mounted on walls.
Okay, she is going to bleed all over his nice foyer.
Hardwood floors, they clean up nice.
I'm sure he's put many layers of sealant on it. She's gonna
Gonna
just-
find.
Now that couch over there, that couch would show bloodstains. Really nice.
flicks blood at it. She's gonna hold an action if anything tries to come through the door or makes it through the door. She's going to fire on it.
Basically, she gets her back to another wall where she's facing the door and just sits there with her gun out.
Yep. Like this really sucks, guys.
Adrian. Alright, the 23 hits, the 11 does not. And the last of the doggos go down.
Thank God.
Last of the good mechanical boys.
Let's see, then it would be their turn, but they're Kaputski. Jade.
Jade's gonna make break for the house, calling on the comms that she's gonna come through that door.
Okay, I won't shoot you.
And that's her turn.
All right. I'm putting the little rook icon on everybody that's inside the house as opposed to on top of the house.
I really don't like the sight of you measuring distance from my token.
Well, it was going to be Jade's token, but she's gone, so you know. Oops.
See, but you saw him measuring it now, so on your turn, you can also get in the house.
Now, there we go. Huh, that's neat. If I click it over to GM, y'all don't get to see what I'm measuring. I'll have to remember that. Alright, what does partial cover give you? That's right, I had done it wrong before. This is the one that gives you +2/+4. Where in that one big fight we did it wrong and we're given advantage. I remember now. Alright, let me pop him back into view.
That's a thing.
Well, that is a thing. Alright, the first one. He has advantage on because he's shooting from invisibility, thus surprising you. The next two he will not, though. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
I didn't think so. And the next two shots will have to use the first because he doesn't have advantage on them. 19 hit you?
I'm gonna use my ability parry. When you are hit with a weapon attack, you can use your reaction to add the number rolled on the stunt die to your AC for the incoming attack. The attack still hits you, you take half damage from that attack.
It just says weapon. It does not specify melee weapon.
Weapon specifically.
Go, carry on then. You got a laser sword. I guess it's traditional.
Something like that.
He's a Jedi.
Oh. So, yeah, that'll be a 20. My AC will be 23 for that attack.
Oof.
So the first shot misses, and you turn around and you bring that sword up at just the right angle. You see the little spark of the bullet hitting it. And his third attack. The 25.
I'm gonna burn another stunt die to do parry again.
Roll it.
Well, I take half damage at least.
I'm not sure why you would, because you saw what your theoretical maximum would be, and I think a 25 beats that.
Still to take half damage.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
true.
much.
Yeah.
So half of 13.
6?
Round, yeah.
Yeah. Up under the hood, you see he's got this kind of visor type thing on. So you can't see his eyes. But he smiles big after that exchange. That was impressive, sir. I'll have to admit it.
Tell you what, tell us where Hull is, and I'll let you have all 4 limbs.
We know where Hall is. We're looking for Danru.
Oh, Danru, what the hell's wrong with me? Yes, Danru.
All the mammals look the same to him. He just tries to remember what clothes they're wearing.
Big armor guy.
Artish mammals?
Yes, Kesher mammals. And Ashen Forge, I guess most of them are made out of mammals. It's a kind of up in the air.
Are made out of mammals.
Ashen
That's
Forged are kind
disturbing.
of Frankenstein-y.
Yeah, pretty much. It just the way you phrased it.
Let's picture a bunch of kittens being smushed together.
Well, I was going to say they're probably mammals, and I thought, well, technically you could make one probably out of, one of your species. So, yeah. Yanni.
Well. Yeah, he's gonna float down this way. And basically go say hello to my little friend. Probably miss.
Oh, that does indeed miss. Then it's Francis's turn. Now, Francis, I'm assuming that you're running with a pistol in one hand and your sword in the other.
Yes, sir.
Kind of swashbuckling.
Yeah. Well, Francis is just gonna make a straight charge at the guy.
Do it.
And gonna hack at him.
Hacking, whacking, and slashing.
Does 17 hit?
That is exactly what you need to hit.
Good to know.
Alright, I'm also gonna burn my last stunt die to use my favorite little attack, Flash Burst. Successful hit from a melee range attack, you can unleash a burst of energy upon the target. And I just roll the stunt die to bump up the attack's damage.
Okay. The stunt die becomes the extra damage dice. Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
So that's 14 plus your stunt die.
Nice.
21. That's a nice hit.
And he also needs to make a dex save or be blinded. Has to beat a 14.
Not a problem. He will have advantage on this because of the visor.
That's fair.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Yeah. Gonna take another swing at him.
Alright, an 18 will hit. Roll your damage.
Woo! Oh,
Just 7 plus 21. That's still beefy.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did
But
you
still,
double tap
that
it
would
or
have...
something? Did you double tap it or something? What happened there?
That crit would have been a
Oh.
lot
Yeah,
of
it's counting
damage.
to the crit, yeah.
Alright. So 28.
Yeah, that crit would hit like a train.
He would have been unmade.
Probably. At least in some form.
And Cat, you're up.
She's gonna pop herself out 30 feet. Would she be able to see him from like here?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's no.
Cool.
There'd be nothing in the way there.
That looks about like where I was. Yeah, sure. Um, taking a shot at him at advantage because Francis is in melee range. Are engaged with 23.
That's definitely it. Alright.
And
So. That's right, Death Strike is your sneak attack. Okay.
she's gonna use bonus action dash to get over here. Try and get herself some cover.
Okay. And then it will be Adrian.
Oh, doing the scenario. He probably can't see him from his spot on the roof, can he?
No, I believe the building, because this is a big 2-story building as well, so no.
Okay, so even if he's like over here on the roof.
I would give him +2 to his AC, basically partial cover. But I would say you could see him well enough to take a shot at him.
You know what? Yeah, I'll take that risk. Probably not, though.
No, not with that.
Took a
Okay.
calculated risk, man. But you're bad at math.
Yeah, he's gonna duck back down behind the roof to give himself full cover.
Top of the order with Jade.
She's gonna pop out of the house and take a shot off of the guy.
We were down another 5 feet.
Yeah.
That would get her where she could see fine. All right.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not.
Alright, she's gonna make her second attack.
Okay.
Ooh,
21
hit.
will do it, though.
15.
And here I was afraid this one might be a little rough on y'all. All right.
I'll say you nearly one-shotted Cat in the opening salvo.
I'm at 1 HP.
That was.
Oh, shit.
I was really expecting him to have more than one target, but you were invisible and everybody else was behind him, so it was kind of like.
If I hadn't used my reaction to half it, I would be rolling death.
All right. What does O Hunter want to do? He's got some abilities he can use, but getting 3 attacks with that sniper rifle is so tempting. All right. Oh, that's nifty. Let's see. I think I asked this last week about attack of opportunity. And I think you do get an attack of opportunity in this one if they shoot at you in close combat.
They take disadvantage.
Oh, that's all it is. Okay.
As far as I know, unless you have the specific feat for it.
No, he set up more as a sniper. So he did not have that one. Or I should say I based him off the sniper stat, so. Alright. So yeah, he'll roll with disadvantage. Should be a way for me to turn that on the sheet.
There's an option in the settings where you can give it advantage toggle.
Right now you're rolling 2 dice, so it'll easily show it.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess that's true. I remember when I started, the first D&D game I played, it was a button up there where you have the core bio spells thing. There was a little bit further over there was just advantage, disadvantage buttons. But I think they updated the sheet to be, harder to use apparently. Alright, so anyway, he'll make his attack. Crap, I lost my page. Does a 15 hit you?
It'd be a 10.
Oh, that's right. In that case,
No, sir.
In that case, forget I asked anything.
No, sir. 16 is the number to beat.
There it is. All right. All right. The next time he hits, so he did not waste that ability. And that was his bonus action, which means he can still make his other 2 attacks. 13's not going to hit you, and a 12's not going to hit you.
Whew.
If he runs, you can just follow. Yep, he's just going to stand there. Yanni! That's a hit. Four points of damage. And Francis. You're gonna
Go hog wild on the guy. That one's a miss.
Yeah, that one was indeed a miss. That's what you need, though.
And if he's still standing, I'm going to burn my second wind to swing away at him again.
That's what,
You mean action
23?
surge?
Yes, action surge.
Let's say second wind's your healing ability.
He could use
I could. I'm just
Oh,
very
but
sleepy.
But we want to murder him, you see.
Alright, he drops back to the ground.
Oh! Just for good measure, I guess.
Well,
Have another-
He starts falling down on the previous one. So.
He's like, oh, you take 20. Have another 40.
Oh, that was satisfying.
But it was.
So he's laying
Is he-
there, gasping, spitting up blood. You hear this sort of psst noise from his armor. And he does it. It's not that he gets better exactly, but it seems to stabilize him.
Francis starts just grinding the heel of his foot into the nastiest looking wound in his armor.
He's like, ah!
Where is Danru?
Well,
Cat comes over and just starts taking pot shots at the ground around the guy.
come, dear. I'm going to have a very hard time talking to you over the gunfire.
I'm sure you can manage.
And if you know what I am, you know death is only going to be an inconvenience.
Oh, but we can make death
So
very,
from the
very
intimidation
painful.
standpoint, the gunfire is doing no good.
It's doing me plenty of good. Where's Danru?
All we need is a syringe with some air, and you're stuck.
All right. This is a bit of an embarrassment to admit, as I'm not generally the sort to make a deal or a wager and welch. But my acquaintances that wanted Danru, they were already waiting here when I got here. I thought I would have I thought I would have time for us to play our little game before they arrived, and then they would have Danru. The rest of you would be dead. He would owe me a favor. It would have been great.
Francis just starts stomping on him with his full weight.
Oh,
Where did they take him? Where did they take him?
I don't know.
I think-
I'm not in with them enough these days to really know where all their bases are.
You've got a name, right? For them?
Well, sure, we're the
A
Primora.
communication line?
Oh yes, I can. It's kind of a relay system, but I can certainly send them a message if you'd like.
No, I don't want you to send them a message.
I can certainly
I
open the
wanna
channel and let
calm-
you send them a message.
No, I don't want you to open a channel. I want their contact information.
That would really piss them off.
I'm not in a position to give a damn.
I understand. Very well. I could see to give you that information. I tell you what, starting over is always such a bother. You spare this body, and I will give you the information you need.
So give me the information I need.
Well, I'm going to need your word first. From you and your entire party.
You lied, and the person we came here to save is not here. What do you
That
think
was
my word is going to
unintentional.
be? I don't care if it's unintentional. I don't care if it's your fault. Give me the information.
And you will agree to spare me.
I'm agreeing to nothing. Give me the information, or I'll just make it very difficult for your body. I'll keep you on the edge of life with no communication back and just leave you here on this planet and burn your houses down. I don't care. I have been shot at multiple times while on this planet. I am sick of this planet, and I'm sick of you. Give me the communication information.
Technically, it's a moon.
She shoots him in the foot.
He passes out.
Adrian
It
is
was
over
worth
here
it.
fiddling with the dogs, see which one looks the least damaged.
I'm sure he'll wake up.
Oh, they are all tore up from the floor up.
Completely and utterly wrecked.
Let me see.
Because I think some of them mostly took just force damage. I think the
Give
one
me-
Cat and
what is
Adrian
the-
hit took the least amount of damage.
What
all
is the
told.
What is the stand-in for Knowledge Arcana? Would it be a science, or because it's kind of an Esper type thing?
That's a good question.
Let's see.
I want to say computers, maybe. But say because I know this one here, Cat shot with Death Strike, and then combination of Adrian and Yanni finished it off with force damage. So I don't think it took a considerable chunk of excessive amounts of damage.
Because lore is basically... Is lore knowledge local?
No, I think
Or
lore
knowledge.
is history.
Okay.
I want to say lore is history. Let's see, one.
Well, he's figuring that out.
Either
Cat's
computers or
taking this-
mechanics, yeah.
Well, he's figuring that out. Cat's taking the sniper rifle from the unconscious guy and
Yeah,
applying enough medical knowledge to keep him alive.
the standard intelligence ones are astrophysics, computers, investigation, lore, and xenobiology. So I don't know.
I would say either
I prefer-
mechanics or xenobiology.
Okay, so
Probably mechanics if it's...
It's a
A
construct, so
mechanical
yeah,
construct.
mechanics probably works better, but
I'm proficient in both.
Pick one.
I'm more in xenobiology.
go for xenobiology then. These are self-aware, so
12.
okay, not great. You don't know much about these things.
Uh-huh.
You suspect that they are some kind of forged construct, though.
Okay.
Meaning they were built with Solarium, the stuff you mine from crucibles.
Yeah.
The
The stuff that he uses to make Yanni.
They are, let's see. Most of the forged constructs you know of tend to be humanoid.
Uh-huh.
They're very much like self-aware robots. The weaponry they use are all would be considered a forged attack. So, for example, if Deca had been here and you'd had your space paladin, their bites would have gotten through his damage reduction. He wouldn't have been able to take off his points for it.
Yeah.
In D&D terms, their attacks would count as magical.
He kind of wants to find the one that's the least damaged and just sort of like tie it up and take it with us.
We need a pet doggo.
I want a robo dog, damn it.
Let's see. All forged constructs boast a limited artificial intelligence language understanding basic commands.
Even if he is just like team mascot that hangs out on the ship.
Let's see. Due to the versatile nature of their creation, their AI cannot be as easily hacked and manipulated like a normal construct. You can pack one up. You think you might be able to get one of them working?
Yeah, he just wants one. He's not going to take them all by any means. He just wants the one that looks the least damaged. So
you're
it
not
would take less time to repair.
Once you get up and running, you're not certain how hard it'll be to convince it to convince it that you're its new owner or whatever.
He'll give it a try though.
Yeah.
If not, we can just kill it again. Take it out back.
Yeah.
Old Yeller it. Flush it out the airlock.
Basically.
It doesn't breathe, so that would even kill it. That just get it out of y'all's way.
Yep.
Alright. Well, he'll truss up the one that looks the least damage and just sort of drag it along with him.
It's quite heavy, being a metal dog.
Yeah.
Not that it's solid or anything, though. All right, so Cat has.
I found a new project.
Cat has restabilized the hunter. Since apparently whatever it was in his armor that stabilized it the first time only had the one the one shot of the stuff.
So what are we doing with him?
Can you go look in his house and see if there's any kind of communication relay?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. Francis, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you make sure this thing is nice and very firmly tied up so it can't go anywhere when it gets reactivated? And he points to the dog. No, let's not do that. I want to try to convince it first that I'm its new owner. And if that doesn't work, I can try to hack its systems, but being a sentient AI, it'd be harder to do. But
This seems like a terrible idea, but I'm hurt,
cut
angry,
two of them in
tired.
half. I can see that over there. You'll be fine.
Uh-huh. And French just goes to tie it up nice and tight.
Thank you. He's gonna go into the house, see if he can find any communication stuff. Yanni will sit on the dude's head. Like, on his face. Just like, drone.
Mm-hmm. While Francis ropes the doggy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get along, little doggo.
Making sure that there are two claws just like on his nose.
All right. So yeah, you poke around the house. There is communication equipment, but in the house, only stuff that could reach within system. Nothing longer range than that.
He's gonna search through it, see if there's anything he can pull out. Any, like, communications logs, stuff like that.
Give me computer use.
Okay, he'll black hat.
Okay.
Doesn't fucking matter. Rolled a 2 and a 3.
Nope. This guy apparently wipes his hard drive, or wipes his, history log regularly.
Deletes his internet browser history like every 5 minutes.
Maybe.
Kind of shit that'll get him put on a watch list.
Well, he does hunt people as a hobby.
He'll sort of search around if there's anything else, like computer, tablets, things like that.
Really just the communication equipment.
Nothing is bare already.
Looking around, I mean, he's got like an entertainment, fairly modern entertainment system. But by and large, most of the stuff in here is fairly low tech.
Cat phones back to the two guys that were hanging back. Hey, can you bring that really nice communication array that you had back up this way? Let my nerd look at it.
Who you talking to?
The two guys that we were like, just hang out in the trees until we're done.
Go
Go sharpen some spears with this knife.
Everything's fine there?
Everything's just peachy.
Oh, sweet. Just as you're hanging up, you think you hear Bonnie go, I think she was being sarcastic, and it cut off.
While they're on their way, Adrian will leave, and he'll go over to the ship and see if he can pull anything out of that.
It has its own communication equipment. Its log has not been wiped.
Okay.
But it seems to only be used to call in a ship.
Alright.
Judging from the communication equipment... Well, give me a mechanics roll.
Mechanics. What is with my dice today? I swear.
Your dice and my dice been hanging out.
They have. I swear.
Anyway, it's got communication equipment. It's been making calls in system. Not like very short. You don't think he's been having conversations with anybody. You think it's like sending a command or something. But you're not sure what. That's all yet.
Right.
Cat's gonna pick up a couple small rocks, hand some to Francis, and just start plinking them at this guy until he wakes up.
All right. So eventually, Marrow and Blondie show up. Not that it's super important to have them on here, but as they come walking across that field,
Oh yeah,
They
mines.
don't pay attention.
what do you mean they don't pay attention? Oh no, you told them it was fine. Why would they be? All right, now where did I put?
Granted, as far as Cat knows, it was fine because she didn't activate any of them.
And I don't know that any of you in character have thought, maybe mine's.
Nah, he just saw lumps on the ground and moved around him.
Right now, what is? There's Blondie over here hiding from me. Alright, so let me make a couple of quick dexterity saves for them, fine fellows. I said I was using the mercenaries. Alright, their dexes are +2. Alright. Alright, Marrow is fine. Blondie may have an issue.
Blondie is a fine mist.
Oh, I don't know about fine mist. It's more of an incinerary something than. So Blondie takes 17 points of damage. He screams and dives out of the flame that erupted out of the ground. He hits the ground and starts rolling.
Ah, incendiary mines.
I thought the ground was a little lumpy.
And as he rolls across another one. Takes 20 points of damage. So that is 37 he's taking total. Marrow is just standing perfectly still. And he's screaming at his buddy, "Stop rolling! Just kind of flop in place."
Should we help him? I mean, I don't really feel too bad about it.
Cat just kind of motions to the mess that is her at the moment. She's like, I'm not going anywhere over near there.
I've completely forgotten what I have had y'all rolling. What were y'all having to roll to avoid that?
Dexterity saving throws.
Oh, yeah. Right. I can't remember what number I had y'all rolling.
Uh,
I can't remember if I was making y'all... I think y'all had to reach at least a 15, because y'all were both rolling really good on those rolls. Yeah, that is another 15. Let me see. He had... I didn't think this would actually kill him, but it may actually kill him.
Past a certain point, this just becomes slapstick.
That's why I keep doing it.
Cat yells, in my defense, I thought it was clear.
And after he rolls across the 4th mine, yeah, he don't move no more.
Hey, 4 is a good number.
I mean, that was just a series of unfortunate events on his part.
Yeah, even if we didn't activate it, at least look for him. What kind of hunter are these people? I really don't think he hired the best.
You said it was okay.
As far as I knew, it was. No one here stepped on him. You guys are the great big game hunters.
Game hunting does not involve mines.
Depends on how big the game is.
So once the fire dies down, he follows the path to where his buddy is, because, those are already detonated. And then, kind of like you and Adrian noticed the lumps, he kind of notices the lumps and manages to make it the rest of the way.
Sorry about that.
He looks a little, he may have a little PTSD after all this. He looks pretty shook up.
Welcome to our lives.
His ears are very droopy.
Oh,
There's a lack of trust in his face now when he looks at you.
Look, just give me the communication device. There's a nice house back there. Go sit down. I'm sure there's some cold ones in the fridge. Just
yeah, I'll go check that.
Yeah,
Y'all
just
aren't gonna leave me here.
go.
Right?
No, you're good, man. We'll walk you back out of the field and everything. Just go hang out in the house for a while, man. Take 5.
All right, he disappears into the house. The house of a hunter.
Explosion.
The house with God.
The house just blows up.
No. All right. Eventually, Hunter rouses back up.
Still plinking rocks at him.
Ugh. That was entirely uncalled for.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. How many mines do you have out there?
20 or 30.
You got about 4 or 5 less now.
Oh? Who'd I get?
None of us.
Oh. Oh, some of those stragglers you ran into. Psst. They weren't nearly as good as they made themselves out to be. It's just as well you took them out. They would have been a little enough challenge for me.
She shoots adjacent to his foot, not any part of his body, just...
He kind of flinches that time, because that shot in the foot kind of hurt.
I'll say Yanni on his face goes with his nose.
Feeling any more like having this conversation? Or do I just keep doing measly damage to you just to piss you off?
Look, if we can come to some sort of agreement, that's fine. I'll give you my method for contacting them, and you leave me be.
All right.
Frankly, I'm finding this whole situation just embarrassing.
Give us the information then. Or I start biting pieces off.
Do I have?
He's a hungry lizard.
Do I have your words that you will let me live? Well, let this body live.
Sure.
All right.
You have my word.
I get one from. I have this gentleman's word. He slowly kind of sits up. What about our angry young lady here?
Sure. You have my word for whatever it's worth.
All right. If you're lying to him, roll deception. If you do not intend to honor this, roll deception. Yeah, I figured there'd be some roll in there.
He's just really not liking this whole planet and this guy and his fucking up.
Let's see. Inside, that's what I need. I find myself not overly trusting you.
Rolls her eyes, takes her weapons off, hands them to Adrian. Be like, here. I'll go hang out with Catboy.
Oh, okay.
He looks at Adrian. Do I have your word that you won't kill me?
About what?
If I give you the deal I was making with your angry friend, or attempting to
Deal
make,
with what?
I will give you all I know about how to contact your enemies, the others like myself, and you let me live.
Others like yourself. We have to exist, and others like yourself show up at this point.
She seemed interested in being able to get in contact with whoever had your friend.
What do you get out of it?
You don't shoot me. I can always go find another body, but having to start over from scratch, it's very annoying. Very time.
Are you capable of jumping out of a still living body?
There is a process. Roll insight. There's a long, drawn-out process that can allow us to exit one. Yes. You're not buying it.
So the answer is no.
You're a sharp one.
I have to be. Okay, so
once we have locked in, we're there for the duration, as it were.
it's fair.
He's like, I mean, there's always a quick way out, but you know.
There is. Unfortunately for you, I know enough about biology that I can lock you in there permanently.
Oh, really?
So, here's the thing. We've had to deal with enough of your kind already. So, I will agree to nothing right now until you go ahead and give me the information. You do that now, and I don't lock you in that body.
I think you're bluffing. I don't think you could lock me in the body.
It's pretty easy, actually. All I need is a syringe.
Are you bluffing? Or do you think you have
No.
this?
He's not. He knows what an air embolism does to a body. especially if done directly to the spinal cord.
He seems a little leery of what you're saying. Like, he may not... He's not convinced that you can do this, but he's convinced that you think you can. Which is enough to make him a little nervous.
So, that's the deal I offer, considering this runaround you gave us.
Oh, who's this in our chat? That looks a little, Anybody else keeping up with the Twitch chat?
Yep.
Is that looking a little,
A little bit spammy.
Yeah. It's, yeah. It reminds me a lot of the comments I get on the Nerd Eternal site. Oh, well. Where were we? All right, you were threatening. You were threatening the
Death.
quasi-immortal thing with quasi-immortality.
Mm-hmm.
But a suckier kind of quasi-immortality.
Yep.
I don't think what I'm asking for is unreasonable. You
He'll just
simply
walk
leave-
over,
You simply leave me
kneel
here.
down. What I'm asking for isn't unreasonable either.
Very well. Take me to the communication equipment, or give me a comm or something where I can put the information in. I will give you the information.
He pulls out a blank tablet.
And he puts in frequencies, coordinates to broadcast to, passcodes. It's very convoluted, complicated.
Yep.
And you know, once it's sent out, it's also going to hit a relay. Think onion server kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, the way you would send secret messages if you and somebody else were trying to secretly pass stuff.
It's fair.
But nothing uses biometrics. You know, given who and what they are. But it's like a series of passcodes. There's they change based on what the previous passcode was. It's some pretty in-depth stuff.
Yeah.
These guys are clearly paranoid.
He'll
Can't
take
imagine
that. He'll
All
take
right.
a look at it real quick,
Giving
pocket
this
it.
to you in good faith.
Right. Just one more question for you.
Mm-hmm.
He'll look at the man and he'll speak in Ekajati, since he is now proficient in the language. Why are you after us?
How did you learn? Oh, yes. I see why they want you dead. I was after you because I was asked to.
By who?
Crap.
I'll say, and he figured the guy would be a little bit more open to talking in the Ekajati language, so he's speaking to him in that tongue.
It's a name you've heard before. Was it Edis?
My book fell somewhere. I don't have my names.
Because when you were talking to somebody, you got the guy that was kind of the head of the faction that's after you.
The Destroyer?
No. He works on that one facility.
Ah.
Oh,
This is the guy
What's
that's
his
kind of the explanation you got was the Destroyer is seeking out any of the devices and technologies that the Ganialo use. He's got a serious hard-on to take out their tech because they cannot physically interact with the material world without it. Other than being visible, other than bouncing enough light to be visible or generating enough light to be visible, that sort of thing. But the guy that is kind of the faction that's been hunting y'all down and working to keep knowledge of these three groups of people. I want to say it was a message that Destroyer and the woman in charge of the station were sending off. That I think Edis was who it was, but. Oh, wait, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, Pomo was the professor that the Ganialo called the Destroyer. Vadilla was the station manager that you figured out was also one of these things. Yeah, I think Edis was the name. Anyway, it's a name you've heard before. You know it's the guy in charge of this kind of sect, if you will.
He raises a brow and just goes, them. You kind of brought this on yourself.
Hunting's dangerous work? Or
no, not that.
Hunting's a dangerous hobby. Yeah.
Not that. All of this.
All of what?
We wouldn't be nearly as interested if you all hadn't kept attacking us and stalking us and destroying things around us.
I suspect Edis did not expect you to be as persistent as you were.
That is the fault of mortality.
He underestimated you. It happens. I mean, clearly.
Indeed. So, why?
He doesn't want anyone to know about the past, or know about our past, and the Ganialo's past, and the Ekajati's past. It's none of your business, really.
But you made it our business. We did not stumble into this.
If you had let things lie after one artifact was destroyed, no one died in that station attack. They simply destroyed an artifact. That could have been the end of it.
Yeah, and then we were hired to do a job, and we had absolutely no idea what was happening. We were just out there to make some money. And then you got us involved even further.
You keep saying you. This has been my only involvement.
No, I mean your people
ideal.
In general, not you.
Oh, yeah, okay. My entire species has decided to do something, okay.
Can you blame us? Everywhere we go that involves anything close to dealing with the Ekajati,
I don't think you realize how many of us there are.
No,
Edis's
I don't.
sect is fairly large, but there's plenty of us that don't get overly involved with his machinations.
And perhaps those are the ones we could even get along with.
Oh, probably.
But unfortunately, all we've met are his.
And myself.
Oh, so you are not of them.
No.
So this
he asked me to do
hunting.
this. He told me how much of a challenge you had been to him. Clearly he was playing on my pride. But he also offered me a favor. It never hurts to have a favor.
I see.
And while I'm not comfortable with the ideal of you mayflies learning certain things, I'm hardly going to waste my life trying to stop it from happening. There's too much other things. There's too much of life to enjoy.
Yeah, that I can understand.
So, is our business here concluded, or y'all gonna be on about your way now?
Francis is gonna take his cloak and visor.
Are we still talking Ekajati language?
Yeah, the two of you are.
Okay.
Francis just like, you guys keep talking. I'm just gonna yoink.
Just strip him naked.
Adrian just gives him an odd look. Just shrugs. Well,
Weird lizards.
are you gonna come after us again? For another favor?
No, I don't believe I will.
Do I have your word on that?
Oh, right. You're probably not old enough to remember that. He's like, yes, you have my word. I only need to be embarrassed once before I, No need for a repeat performance.
He will grab the man by the scruff of his tunic as he stands and pull him up.
He kind of to his feet.
He'll speak in normal tongue. Don't let this happen again.
Friend, you will never see me again.
Not in this form, anyway.
He kind of squints his eyes at you like he doesn't know exactly where you're going with that.
He just smiles, then he'll turn and walk off.
Well, they've been having this conversation. Cap found the shiniest little knick-knack in that house and is going to, like, pocket it to give to Jan.
Okay. You can also find some medical supplies in there if you want to patch yourself up.
She's going to steal a couple things, just kind of be chatting with the cat guy.
He's not real chatty, but he is hitting the booze hard. There was a full wet bar.
So just make sure you can walk back out, bro.
Yeah. Don't worry, my people can handle alcohol.
Not a question of that. I'm not carrying you. I mean...
Alright, Francis. Adrian has walked away from Hunter. You have
After talking in a language that Francis does not know. And that probably got the dude's attention.
Francis, you could probably guess what the language was. You've heard him practicing it. You've spoken, you've heard that linguist professor y'all dealt with talk. You've had no clue what was being said, but
Oh shit, that's right. It's 9:30.
oh yeah, we were supposed to wrap at 9, weren't we?
Yeah.
Ooh, shit.
Hey, that's why I
Ooh,
tagged you
whatever.
guys. I'm like, I don't want to be the
yeah.
buzzkill, but...
No. I need to wrap up. Well, we'll go ahead and just wrap right here. Yeah. We'll just start back. We'll start back, and y'all can decide what you do with this guy and get on out of here. Anybody that's been watching, thanks. Anybody that comes by and watches later, I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see, there's no Wednesday night showcase tomorrow. Should be Maddie's Curse of Strahd Thursday. And then back around Monday with the Escorts, and then us again on Tuesday. Once again, I've been your GM for the evening, Jason. With me has been Sarah playing Kat, Eric playing Adrian, Zach playing Francis, and Anna playing Jade. And we will see you next time.
Bye bye.